Seems like the registration process for SafeVille USA is almost like obtaining a passport, a literal passport. Tell us a little bit more about how this registration process goes.
Okay, it is. It's just like obtaining a passport. You got to come forward. You got to register. The locations are at schools. Schools sign on to the program through an organization in their school, like the PTA, the PTO, the National Honor Society, the band, the athletic department. Any school-affiliated group can be the sign-up group that handles all of the registrations for that school for SafeVille USA. And all you do is you come forward, you bring a government-issued identification, picture identification, you provide it, a passport photo will be made of you, you will be issued a username and a password, and all of that information is taken by us and put in a file. And now we have a way to link your username to your real identity in our file. So you're no longer totally anonymous. In the event that you commit a crime or something, we can tell who you are. This whole registration process only takes about a minute or two at the longest. And like I said, it occurs at schools. It's very much like a passport registration, and it is the cornerstone of our whole system. This is what makes all of the students safe, is their parents coming forward and registering for the system. So this is a key to the whole thing. If you want your child to be able to function in a safe internet world, you got to take 2 minutes of your time and go in and register for SafeVille USA. That's what protects your children as well as everybody else's.
So this couldn't just maybe just not be the school, but maybe a band or a PTA organization?
Sure. Yeah, it's got to be a school-affiliated group that sponsors it. It's got, in most cases, it's a PTA or a PTO. In most cases, that's who does it. But it's got to be a school-affiliated organization that handles the sign-ups. Yes.
So, Mac, if all I have to have is a driver's license or government ID, we could probably go in 10 minutes and have a fake driver's license with whatever name and whatever address we wanted on it. So how does that make this internet world safe?
That's why we take your passport photo. You want fake that? Sure. You can come in and provide false information. You can do that. You can come in, just like you said, with a fake driver's license. That's not even your name. That's not your address. That's not anything to do with you. You can do that, absolutely. But we take your picture. You can't fake that. That's you.
With hackers running rampant over the internet now, I mean, personally, I've had my identity stolen right off of the internet from an internet transaction. You mentioned earlier that this is safe from hackers. So how do you store the information?
Okay, we store information offline. We store the information in an offline vault. We don't put it online. That's how we don't deal with hackers. You know, we don't fight that fight. We don't go in their arena. Their arena is online. That's where they do their business. Your identity is never stored online. As soon as you sign up at registration, your identity goes in our offline vault over here. And it's locked in that vault, just like a bank vault. It's a filing system, and it's in there. The only way the hacker can get your information is to find out where that vault is in that building and figure out how to get in that vault and steal your identity, just like they were trying to steal gold out of Fort Knox. That's how we handle that problem. We don't even deal with that problem. We avoid that problem. We just don't put your information online, and that way we don't have to worry about it.
One of the biggest money makers, though, once companies obtain information about you, they make millions upon millions of dollars by selling that information, and then my cell phone rings, your cell phone rings with people who we've never given that number to. How does SafeVille handle that aspect?
It gets back to the way we store identification and what we do with it after we store it. As soon as you register, your information goes in that offline vault. There's only 2 ways that it comes out of that offline vault. Only 2. Number 1 is if we receive a subpoena from law enforcement and they need information in the investigation of a crime. Of course, we're going to provide that. The law says we have to provide that. Right. They have a subpoena. Okay, that's the first way. The other way is if they contact us with a life or death emergency situation, like an Amber Alert or a kidnapping or something, and we have a way that we can very quickly verify that this is a true situation. And once we verify that, we can do it very quickly, we will provide them with the information. That's for your protection or whoever it is they're trying to protect. Other than those two ways, your information does not come out of that box. Period. There's no exceptions to the rule. We don't provide this information for advertisers. We don't provide this information for marketing companies. We don't provide this information for anybody. We provide this information under those two circumstances, period. There's no exceptions to the rule.
So SafeVille not only protects me and my family online, but offline also.
Absolutely. It makes your whole life safer. Absolutely. That's what it was designed to do.